Good evening, family. This is Dr. Kia Pruitt. Welcome. Check in. Let us know where you're hailing from. This is the second podcast for the day. And I was going to go live on something completely different. But we just got some information, some breaking news that the Pope Francis, has been put on a ventilator. What does that mean for us, Pope Francis being on the ventilator? It means he's now on life support. And Pope Francis represents the United States Incorporated. Pope Francis represents the deep state, the cabal, the Roman Empire. If you recall, I shared with you many years ago and today as well when we came on with Chief Mac that the ego is the symbol of the Roman Empire. That's why the United States Incorporated uses the ego as the symbol of our corporation or of its corporation, because the United States Incorporated is just an extension of the Roman Empire, and the Pope is the leader of that empire. They chose the ego to represent them because the ego is a bird or a predatory animal. This is the end of the Roman Empire. The Pope, it has just been announced, is put on a ventilator, meaning again that he's come to the end of life. It's over. Remember, we had two so-called governments. We had the Republic for the United States, the Republic, our government, and the Constitution for the United States. And then we had the United States Incorporated. The United States Incorporated is the cabal, the deep state, the Illuminati that took power from our republic and incorporated themselves as a nonprofit religious organization in the state of Delaware, where Biden hailed from, where he lived. So 1871 is where those bloodline family members, United States incorporated themselves with the Pope as the leader. That's why it's a nonprofit religious organization. Earlier today, Chief Mac and I came on to talk about how America is the original Egypt. And America, we said in this podcast right here, America, the true Egypt, is rising as the cabal collapses. And just a few hours after we did the podcast, we get the information that the Pope is on a ventilator. And in this podcast, I talked about how the Pope, who is over the Roman Empire, the leader of the United States Incorporated, actually said years ago that it was over for the deep state in his letter called Motu Proprio that he wrote to Obama. It's over. They're collapsing right on February 28th, 2025, February 28th, 2025. Didn't I just do a podcast a few days ago? Right here. Let me see if you can see that. I'll bring it up for you. Just a few days ago, I did a podcast and I said, behold the Ides of March. I said, things will be happening as we move into the month of March, March Madness. Here it is. I said, the Pope and the government are hanging on by a thread. They're dying. Trump's executive orders downsizes the government. Ides of March. In that podcast, I talk about how President Donald Trump, the trumpet in Zion. A trump is what you sound off when you make an announcement or an alarm. Trumpets. Okay, the Brunson brothers were trumpet players. All of this is coded language for the trumpet being sounded to end the deep state, to collapse the deep state. It is over. And in this podcast, I said President Donald Trump, his name is Trump because he's trumping the deep state, was selected by the military and by benevolent powers that are stronger and bigger and larger and more powerful than the deep state and more powerful than the government and more powerful than the military. But these forces, white hats of the military, white knights of Nasara, and Earth Alliance, tapped on the shoulders of Donald John Trump and said, you will lead the charge of destroying the deep state. He's carrying out executive orders. He is the CEO and commander-in-chief of the deep state, of the cabal, of the United States Incorporated. And as the CEO, he's demolishing them using their own tools, which is executive orders. Come on through here, Trump. Using executive orders to put tariffs on other countries so that he doesn't have to tax the people. He said himself, I'm going to end the IRS and create the ERS. I'm going to end the internal revenue services and create the external revenue services. I'm going to stop taxing the people and start taxing these countries that are doing business with us. Then he went a step further and he closed and secured the borders and he deported illegal, unlawful immigrants and migrants. And he also told businesses, come back in America and build in America or pay. The man is working like a madman to ensure our freedom. But this is something that the Pope talked about in his letter that he wrote to Obama called motu proprio. Not because he was benevolent, but because his time is up. Because he has to. Because it is a written rule and it's part of their code that they have to tell you what they're going to do. In motu proprio, he said, we must cease and desist. The presidents are not president of the republic. They're presidents of a corporation, including Obama, to whom he sent the letter back then. The FBI, the CIA, all three-letter organizations and so-called governmental agencies must cease and desist, he said. Lawyers, which are actually attorneys, they must cease and desist. They must stop. Because it's over. And he said, if we don't stop of our own volition, the Grand Army of the Republic will be formed to demolish us. And that's who's actually running this charge behind the scenes, along with the so-called White Knights of the Nasara and the Earth Alliance. Pope Francis said, the Grand Army of the military will dismantle the government because they're not real. They're not a government. Now, I talked about how the Pope was hanging on by a thread. And I said in that podcast, that means he's about to die. Now, we know that the real Pope probably was already dealt with some time ago, but the avatar, whoever's wearing the mask, whoever is pretending to be him, that person is hanging on by a thread. And I made that announcement a couple of days ago. We know that he has to go because the United States Incorporated is over. We know everything he said that has to end because the Supreme Court of the United States overturned the Chevron doctrine that gave all these fake government agencies power to create statutes, codes, and policies and force us to abide by them. The Supreme Court of the United States said all of these so-called governmental agencies, I have a list of 441 of them, must be demolished because they are treasonous. They committed treason. They're unconstitutional, unlawful. And the Supreme Court of the United States went a step further and said, not only are those agencies treasonous and unconstitutional, but every judge that allowed that to happen and every judge that made you pay a fine when you wouldn't get a driver's license, or every policy enforcer and every judge and lawyer that participated in that fraud are also fraudulent. And every judge that allowed that to happen, and when you showed up in court, they said, oh, you got to pay the fine because we defer you back to these government agencies since they are the experts. The Supreme Court of the United States says not only are those governmental agencies fraudulent and non-constitutional and treasonous, but every judge that went along with it is treasonous. They committed treason. Every judge that knew of a judge that allowed this fraud to continue and perpetuate. If you were a judge and you knew of a judge and you allowed this to happen, you did not report it to the president, you have committed this prison of treason. So the government has to be dismantled. That's why Elon Musk, President Trump, created DOGE, Department of Governmental Efficiency, to downsize the government. People are mad. They're in an uproar. I understand. I get it. I understand. You're losing your jobs. They're trying to go to federal judges for help, but the federal judge can't help you, my darling, because the federal judge is being audited as well. And most or many of them have committed treason. Even some of the attorneys. That's why through NASAR, the National Economic Security Reformation Act, they all must stand down. And even the Pope Francis said they must cease and desist. Oh, Trump is on a rampage. You can look on my YouTube channel right here where I said Trump is the 21st century General George Patton. He is a fierce leader that gets the job done. Oh, Dr. Pruitt has been on fire reporting this news because I knew it was over for the deep state. Their time is up, family. We ought to rejoice. It's over. Their time has come to an end. This is why Chief Mack and I came on. I came on earlier, then I invited him to come and speak to the family because I had business to take care of outside. And thankfully, he said yes. And we came on to share how it's over. But America, a great place, this great nation will thrive. America will be the epicenter of wealth. We found 2.34 billion metric tons of rare earth minerals not long ago, last summer. President Trump created a sovereign wealth fund. We have gold, we have silver, we have diamonds, we have gold, not just in military bases. Thankfully, Trump went to Fort Knox to audit the gold, and he went other places and he's auditing the gold in the Grand Canyon. But we have gold flowing all around the Colorado River. We have silver and gold everywhere because America is Egypt. It is Atlantis, it is Lemuria, and it will rise again. But the Pope, my darlings, is now on life support. Do you understand and overstand the comms that are being dropped? The codes, the messages that they are communicating to us? Let me show you the breaking news. And indeed, we know that Pope Francis, allegedly the real one, has already been dealt with. He's gone. But the symbolic Pope, the person playing the Pope, or one of his avatars, his body doubles, or whatever, oh, this is not what I want to show you, is now on life support. He's on a ventilator. Comms being dropped. He's hanging on by a thread. He's about to go bye-bye right as we head into March. Remember the podcast I showed you? I did. Behold the Ides of March. The 15th of March, the middle of March, has historically always been actually a time of celebration because there's a new moon around that time. But what they tell you and me is that we ought to be afraid of the Ides of March or March 15th. Beware the Ides of March is a Roman saying because that is the time that Julius Caesar was unalived. March 15th. And a week before, he had gone to a soothsayer, a fortune teller, to ask what's going to happen with my life. And the soothsayer let her know, you're going to be unalived by a man that wasn't born of a woman. And he said, what? Oh, that means I'm cool. All men are born of a woman. But what he didn't know is that this man that took his life wasn't born naturally of a woman. He was ripped by his mother's womb through a cesarean section. How you know that, Pruitt? Because I studied literature. Shakespeare's play talks about how Julius Caesar was unalived by Roman soldiers, and one of the people that unalived him was his own friend, his best friend, Brutus. And that's why at the end of his life, when he was stabbed by a dagger, Julius Caesar looked up, shaking hands. I studied theater. I did a monologue in the play. He said, "Et tu, Brute? You too, Brutus? You betrayed me?" So that's why the Romans say, beware the Ides of March. It's ominous. We're talking on one hand about how Julius Caesar was unalive after he had come from a soothsayer that said your time would be up. But he thought it was going to be okay because this person that takes his life was not born of a woman. And when you read further in the play, Julius Caesar, you know he was untimely ripped from his mother's womb. But behind the scenes, March the 15th is a time of celebration because they say the moons, it has to do with the cycle of the moon. It's also spring. It's also the time of Passover. It's also around the time of the Christian Easter, a celebration of new life. What else is happening in March? March 4th is the real inauguration for our republic. Isn't it interesting that Pope Francis is on a ventilator, on life support, right before we get to March, spring, the true new year, Passover, where the death angel passed over the children of Israel, the biblical people of God? March Madness, spring, Passover, Easter. Easter truly is about Estre, the goddess of fertility, being respected, being lauded and applauded, because that's when new life comes on board. March is a very powerful month. There is something amazing that's going to occur in March. And as I said, it's also the time when the true inauguration is to occur. And since Donald Trump was inaugurated on January the 20th, that is some indication that he's still the CEO of the United States Incorporated. And as such, he's using their tools to demolish them. Who else could do the job? Here is the article. If I can get rid of all of these ads, that says that Pope Francis has been put on a ventilator after sudden bronchospasm. His prognosis is that he's being guarded. Everything is being guarded. Maybe I can bring up a better article. But what happened before is that the Pope had some lung issues a few days ago. He had breathing problems. Then he had a coughing fit and he started vomiting. And then they said he needed regular assistance. Then he was put on an emergency ventilator. And now they're watching him. Pope Francis is on a breathing machine, this article says, after suffering a sudden respiratory episode during his hospitalization. Respiratory episode, hanging on by a thread. He can't breathe. He's on a ventilator. Isn't that interesting that he is put on ventilator after the hospitals and the doctors put our loved ones on ventilators? How interesting that you get to experience, or whoever's playing you, the same trauma that our loved ones experienced during the CV when the world was shut down. My husband was on a ventilator. My brother-in-law, God rest both of their souls, were put on ventilators. Before my brother-in-law passed, he told me, he said, I know what Douglas is going through. That's my husband, former husband, on that ventilator. He said, don't keep him on there, because they put him on it against my will. He said, when I was having open heart surgery, that thing, he said, I woke up when that thing was on me. And he said, it was so much force coming in my body. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think straight. I woke up feeling like the life was being sucked out of my body. And he said, and I yanked it out of my throat. Subconsciously, I was in and out of consciousness, but I had the strength to yank it out. He says, the most painful, most horrible experience anybody could ever have. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Take it off my brother. He said, I know you don't know what to do because they're saying he's hanging on by a thread. He's in between life and death. Don't. You told them not to do it in the beginning. They did it anyway. They did it to many of our loved ones. He said, it's the most horrifying thing that I've ever experienced. It's intrusive. He said, it doesn't help you breathe. It takes away your breath. That's what my brother-in-law told me. God rest his soul. He just passed a year ago, a couple of days ago. Dexter Lattimore. He helped me through many traumatic experiences with my husband when he was going through his medical trauma. But now the Pope is on a ventilator. Now he, unfortunately or fortunately, get to experience what our loved ones experienced. But I would venture to say that some of these people, like the Pope, might not even be human. But this is breaking news. It's making mainstream news outlets, media, announcements all over the internet. Pope Francis breathing emergency has a breathing emergency and put on a machine due to vomit in his lungs. Look at all these advertisements. Ooh, child. He's been put on medical ventilator. Francis, currently receiving treatment for double pneumonia, is said to be facing a decline in health due to an isolated attack of bronchospasm that led to an episode of vomiting with inhalation and a sudden worsening of respiratory condition. And if my memory serves me well, wasn't there an announcement not long ago that he had passed away? How many times did he die? He's kind of like the queen, the so-called queen, the fake queen over that held over the British, so-called British Empire. Didn't she die about 3 or 4 times? Now we get this information that the Pope is hanging on by a thread. He's on life support. Clues being dropped that it's over for the deep state. We just announced this earlier today, but you all know that anyway. It wasn't news to you. You knew that the deep state was over. You knew that President Trump said that he was going to totally annihilate the deep state when he was on his campaign trail. You knew he said it begins day one when he came back into office, when he came back at the forefront, because he really never left. He never seceded. I would strongly encourage you to watch Chief Mac and I discuss the end of the deep state and how America is on the rise again. How America is rising like a phoenix. How the true America actually has dragon energy and snake energy. Most of the countries in the world had a dragon or a snake as their symbol before the deep state took over. And the deep state put the eagle as their symbol. And then some other countries came up with the eagle for their symbol. Look up all the countries that are eagle countries versus the nations that are dragon or snake nations. The dragon and snake nations are actually the peaceful nations. And the eagle nations are the warrior nations, the predatory nations. Long ago, years ago, I announced that there will come a time when the eagle empires will die and the autogenous snake dragon empires will come back up and resurface. America used to respect dragon energy and the snake, because the snake and dragon energy is very, very powerful in a spiritual way. They're peaceful people. The indigenous people were peaceful people. They got along with other animals and other nations for the most part. And they understood and overstood nature. And they lived and thrived in harmony with nature, as did many other dragon societies like Asian nations. So you have the eagles versus the dragon and the snake. I'm not afraid of the snake or the dragon. Dragon and snake is actually one entity. They're the one and the same. The snake is a very wise animal, very shrewd, very cunning. And in ancient times, the snake was actually lauded, praised, adored. And the snake was used to guard wealth and treasures. But they taught us to despise and hate the snake and commission people to write in the Bible that the snake is the entity that tricked Eve. The snake has been blamed for the sins of the entire planet. And the snake was blamed for enticing Eve, who enticed her husband. You have to know that the Roman Empire, the people that were running the empire are not human. And through the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, they met and changed many parts of the Bible. That's why you need original copies, as original as possible. You need to understand and understand the metaphysical meaning of the Bible and other books that predate the Bible. Dragon energy. We'll talk about ancient dragon dynasty families. Oh, the Chinese ancient families, the ancient Chinese elders, the Dragon Society is coming to rescue the world, and they're going to use their wealth to free humanity, to pay off debts, and we'll praise him. But then in the next breath, say, I hate snakes, and the snake is the worst animal on the planet, when the snake and the dragon are one and the same. Look it up. Dragon nations, snake nations that actually had dragons on their flags, dragon symbols to represent them, have been fighting against the eagle nations, who are predators, who want your blood and your organs and your land and resources, but their time has come to an end. I've been saying this for many years, and now I see it in fruition. And speaking of a snake, we are now in 2025. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 is a 9. 9 has a high vibrational frequency. 9 is the end of something old and destructive and the beginning of something new. And this year of 2025 is actually the year of the snake. Look it up. But this is the time for the dragon and the snake to once again rule. Let's look at the dragon symbolism, if you have time. Dragon spirit is drawn to people of intellect, dignity, enthusiasm, and authority. Dragons guide such individuals towards brilliance and enlightenment. Dragon energy helps you to find your voice. Somebody else let me know what the dragon represents. So the dragon and the snake are one and the same. A lot of people don't know that, but some of you do. Goes on in this article to talk more about the dragon. Here are some of the characteristics of dragon people with dragon personalities: fearless, passionate, intensely loyal, prone to rage issues, it says, not afraid of change, great sense of humor, think and speak and act quickly. I'll let you read this at your leisure. I'll put it in the description section. We see serpents. Look at this. Native American dragon symbolic meanings. We see serpents, snakes in traditional so-called Native American lore, not the dragon per se, because dragon myth and legend is so closely tied to snakes. It can help you better understand dragons as a spirit, a totem, and a power animal. It goes on to talk about how the dragon is a Celtic symbol. Let me show you this. Dragon myth and legend is so closely tied to snakes. They're one and the same. Don't let anybody tell you to be afraid of a snake. In fact, speaking of don't be afraid of a snake, people have tried to say things about me because I wear a snake here on my arm. I have all type of snake symbols. People used to say, are you a devil? Oh my God, we got to stay away from Dr. Pruitt. She wears snake. She got snake things she could put on her head. She got his necklace. No, I'm not afraid of any of God's creatures or animals. I understand the ancient meaning of a snake, the symbolism, how they guarded wealth, how they were protectors. They were very, very wise. The snake symbol was used for healing. Why a lot of people won't talk about that? I won't say nobody talks about that, but a lot of people won't. The snakes were used for healing. They will have snakes around for healing purposes and to guard wealth, to guard empires because of their energy, just like the black cat in ancient Egypt. Ancient dynasties know the true meaning and reasons behind using animals as symbology. A snake, according to mythology or according to ancient times, can guide you to heal, transform, and awaken your senses and your passion. This is the era of the snake. Thank you so much for the Cash App blessing. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Sheila Wallace. Thank you so much. This is the year of the snake, family. It is the Chinese year of the snake, and most people all around the world recognize 2025 as the year of the snake. So it's not that the snake is wicked. It's that the snake is spiritual and powerful. Dragon energy, snake energy is now going to be on top. And those empires, those countries, those nations that embrace that energy will now come back in their proper person, in their proper status, and operate in their sovereignty. But the Eagle Empire, the Holy Roman Empire, which is not holy because of all the things that they did to children and to people, they're hanging on by a thread. They're about to die. And that, my darlings, is the calm that's being dropped about the Pope hanging on by a thread as we go into March. So on your own time, I would love for you to read this article right here or any articles that you find about 2025 being the year of the snake. This is all about the year of the snake and its meaning. Chinese metaphysics, a metaphysician consultant, Vicky Iscador, tells people exclusively what the wood snake will bring in 2025 and if it will differ from the wood dragon in 2024. We had the year of the dragon, now we got the year of the snake. It's time to celebrate, the article says, the year of the wood snake. Lunar New Year, also known as the Chinese New Year and Spring Festival, marks the end of winter and the arrival of spring, or the spring season on the lunar solar calendar. And it signifies, like I said earlier, the start of the new year. The Lunar New Year usually falls on the second new moon after the winter solstice and between the spring equinox during the months of either January or February, according to this article. It is guarded as the most popular holiday in China, or they're talking about the beginning, the new year. Chinese New Year just occurred. When does the year of the wood snake start? The year of the wood snake started January 29th. And they'll go on to talk about, see, your Chinese zodiac sign is a snake if you were born during these following years: 1941, 1953, 1965, 1977, 1989, 2001, 2013, and 2025. A person's Chinese zodiac sign is determined by his or her date of birth. So then it will go on and says, what are the elements of the year of the snake? Let's see if we can look at some of the elements. Each of the 12 animal zodiac signs correspond with one of the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, water. Earth, wind, and fire. Remember that group. They are a part of a 60-year cycle of the 60 pillars, making each year different from the next. While each animal sign is associated with different traits and characteristics, so is each element. Each pairing of the element and the animal sign has its own dynamic. For example, the snake, a yin fire sign, is more at home in a wood environment and in harmony with nature. Remember, I said the autogenous people here were harmonious with nature. They were a peaceful society, as well as all other empires or nations that embrace snake and dragon energy. Now, let me see if they'll tell us what the snake represents. It's interesting how they go through all this extra stuff. I just want to know if you'll tell us what the snake represents. What is the horoscope for a snake? Okay, maybe that's not the article. But you guys can look this up. I'll see if I can see what the snake year of the snake meaning. 2025. So again, Pope Francis is hanging on by a thread. He's on a respirator, on a ventilator, and he's dying, which is symbolic to or of the deep state, the cabal, the United States Incorporated, the Illuminati, dying and hanging on by a thread. "2025 is the year of the snake. Here's what it means, according to this article." Let's see if it'll come up. I noticed that my internet is a little shaky today. Here we are. Oh, thank you so much, Don J. I want to show you all what Don J said. He said, all the planets lined up today, February 28th, 2025. Wow, that's amazing. All the planets lined up today, which means usually when the planets are all in alignment, there's a portal being open. Maybe we know that some goodness is about to happen. I see you, Chief. I'm about to bring you on. Is that you? Is that Chief in the background? Oh, no, that's something else. So let me get rid of this. 2025 is the year of the snake. Here's what it means. See the snake symbol? January 29th was the official start of the Chinese New Year, and we welcomed in the year of the snake, also known as the Lunar New Year or Spring Festival. Chinese New Year is the celebration of a new zodiac cycle. What does the snake symbolize? The Chinese zodiac dates back to the Qin dynasty over 2,000 years ago and is rooted in a system of zoolatry, which is animal worship, they say. As the legend goes, the Jade Emperor challenged all of the animals in the kingdom to a great race. Whoever arrived at his palace first would win his favor. Unlike the dragon, who was beloved for being a bit of a show queen, the snake, according to this article, is known for being a calm presence among the animals. The snake is known for being calm, introspective, and strategic. See that here? The snake is known for being calm, at peace, reserved, introspective, looking deeply within, and strategic like Donald Trump. All qualities that one needs to live a life of wisdom and grace. Calm, introspective, peaceful, strategic. That's what the snake is. And that's why we're talking about this being the year of the snake. We're bringing back that energy. We're bringing back that time. We're bringing back the snake dynasties, the snake symbol, the snake and dragon way of life. And we're ending the whole ego way of life of being a predator, creating war. That's why 209 nations behind the scenes agreed to planetary peace. Oh, dropping the dollar with Project Sandman was only part of the agreement between 209 nations. The other agreement was world peace, that they will have no more wars. I see justice for all was born as a snake. You're a snake symbol. Don J says snake is a caution. They're introverted, an introverted observer, cool and mysterious in behavior. One day when you're ready, I'll talk about what happens when women operate in snake energy. See, they'll tell you not to be in tune with your sensuality, not to be in tune with your nature, your feminine nature. They'll tell you not to tap in that part of you that's mysterious, clever, soft, feminine, seductive. Because through your seductive energy, you can win any man you desire. Through seduction, through channeling certain energy, certain sexual energy that they try to tell you is dirty and nasty, you should stay away from it. You can manifest. But they told you the snake was evil. They told you Eve was evil, and woman, the nature of a woman is evil. She's the one who got man off of the track. And I'm not here to negate the Bible. I'm just saying there's another way to look at it. Women who are truly in tune with snake energy, dragon energy, sensuality, seduction, softness, know how to use the art to manifest wealth, passion, love, romance, abundance. This energy emanates from our core. It comes out from the core of our being. And people laud us, praise us, throw money, gifts, roses, flowers, adoration upon us because we know how to channel that energy, use it for righteousness, and attract all of the abundance, all the juiciness, all the wealth that we desire. It's an art, channeling snake energy. Everybody's not ready for it, so I'll end right there. The Pope is hanging on by a thread, and it's just so interesting to me that he was put on a ventilator. Thank you so much, Carrie, for the blessing. I appreciate you for the sticker for $50. Wow, God bless you and heaven smile on you. I'm so very grateful. May the Most High bless you with power, prosperity, and peace. I find it interesting that the Pope has just been put on a ventilator right as the Epstein files are about to come out. I think they were already released. Newsweek.com says the Attorney General Pam Bondi has released the evidence in the Jeffrey Epstein XA case, showing that the FBI seized everything from copper handcuffs and whips to a list of 254 masseuses used by Epstein and his rich friends. Why does this matter? Because there have been persistent claims that major celebrity says, got to speak in pig Latin, had XA with underage teenagers on his private island. Why do they say underage teenagers? They used to say underage women because they wanted you to focus on women and think that it was all teenagers. Some of these were not just teenagers. It's a crime to commit sexual acts on teenagers against their will. And even with their will, when you understand and overstand that we have laws in place because of the power dynamics between a teenager and a powerful billionaire, like a grown man that runs and funds Hollywood and all the celebrities that have all this power, you know that's a crime and a shame and a travesty. But it wasn't just teenagers. Why won't they tell us about the babies? Why won't they tell us about the children that were planted in the wombs of women and children that were created in incubators? Why won't they tell us about the children that they perform MK Ultra mind controlling program on and raped and abused and mutilated and sent them on trips as agents through monarch butterfly programs? Why won't they tell us that these were babies and children and just tell you they were teenagers? So you can say, oh, it was just a teenager. I mean, in some states, teenagers can even get married to an adult with the adult's permission. But there have been several claims that celebrities have done heinous things with children, babies, and teenagers. By releasing these files, Bondi wants to show that the new Trump administration is being fully transparent. United States versus Epstein is huge. Attorney General Pam Bondi releases the Department of Justice documents. That's in this article. Laura Loomer says Americans can't trust that the files released by Trump's DOJ administration will give all the evidence or truth. I don't know why they're saying Americans can't trust the Epstein files. We want to see what's in them. This might not be the whole truth. You know, maybe they're saying Americans don't trust it because only some of it's going to come out. His list release update. It updates more documents were released according to this article. And they also say, what was his net worth at the peak of his career? And it goes on to talk about what happened on that island. He was known to entertain famous people, the E-Man. On this island, Little St. James in the U.S. Virgin Islands, he would often fly people to the island on his private jet, leaving a written record of who traveled there. The information released yesterday comes from federal prosecutors' case against Ghislaine Maxwell, E-Man's former girlfriend. Maxwell, who was 63, is serving a 20-year prison sentence after she was convicted in 2021 of helping the E-Man recruit and assault and abuse underage girls. Financier Epstein, who was accused of preying on underage girls as young as 14. Why won't they tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God? They were babies, some of them. The E-Man, and a financier who was accused of preying on underage girls as young as 14, took his own life at 66. You see the number 6? I just told you earlier today with Chief Matt, 666. It's a number. 6 is a number they tell you to fear. But 6 represents humanity, the human family. 666 represents 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, which is carbon, life, melanin. We all have carbon. But they tell you to fear 666 when it's really about the human family and life for whom they came, because these entities hate human life because they're not human. So he allegedly, the E-Man, took his own life in jail at New York City's Metropolitan Correctional Center in August 2019 before he could stand trial in Manhattan on XA trafficking charges. Authorities determined that he hanged himself, but he always denied any wrongdoing, just as this information is coming out. Isn't that interesting? Pope Francis is hanging on by a thread. He's on a ventilator. He's on life support. Hackman had an island too, Calvet says. He sold it and bought another island when the E-Man was caught. Wow. Thank you. Justice for All says, I love your intel and your lessons, Empress Pruitt. So happy I found your channel when I did. Thank you so much. Thank you. I never heard of Hackman. Don J says Hackman and his wife were the first on the list to testify. Wow. Yes, these people are perverts. They need to get off the planet. I agree, Ninth Child. Thank you. Thank you. Don J, thank you so much, says the year of the snake represents fortune, Personality. This is in the horoscope 2025. Fortune. This is the year of fortune. This is the year of the Jubilee. That's why Pope Francis opened up 7 portals. No, not 7. Was it 7? Yes, 7 portals that they call Jubilee portals starting December the 24th. Was it 7 or was it 5? The 24th, the 29th, the 24th, the 29th, Christmas Day. There was one more day, and then January 5th. 5 portals that they call the Jubilee for portals. And those 5 portals opening was his announcement that 2025 was the year of Jubilee. I did a whole podcast on that. So, having said that, family, help me welcome Chief Mac, our tribal chief of the social side. Hi, Chief Mac. We're back at it again.
Greetings. I was out. It's a beautiful Friday night here in Chicago. So I heard you say the Pope was on the ventilator. Back in the days, they called the ventilator life support.
They called it what?
The ventilator was known as life support back in the days. Now they're trying to change the name to ventilators. And so,
It's
when they brought
true.
that out, this is just life support.
Life support.
Back, yeah, when they nowadays when they put you on life support during the COVID-19, most of the people that were put on ventilators, they changed to ventilators, but they will put the people in induced comas, and this is why they kept the families out the hospitals, so that they can have their way with people. And many don't know that during the COVID-19 pandemic was one of the biggest organ harvesting.
Mm.
That's what it was. And it was also used to also bankrupt the nation. That
Okay.
it was an organ harvesting because the hospitals, and many of you don't know that they were replacing the nurses at the hospital with these. They were bringing a whole nother nursing team, and these people were pretty much Grim Reapers.
Wow.
If anybody can remember, they were replacing the nurses with other people they were bringing in, and these so-called particular nurses, you know, there was a price put on each person's head when you come inside that hospital.
Uh-huh.
There was a price put on each person's head. If you go in that hospital, you ain't coming out. You wasn't coming out. So that's when I was sounding my voice like a trumpet in hopes that people heard me. And it was radiation poisoning that was making people feel like they were sick from the towers. When they was making everybody stay in the houses, I had a job that allowed that I had the right to be out. I had to go out. I was essential, what they call essential worker.
Okay.
So during the time when they were scaring people to stay in the house, when you stay in the house because of you're scared and you're not getting any sun and you're next to your phones, it's kicking out radiation, then
Mm.
people were feeling sick. They had a
Wow.
plan. Then they were saying that stay 6 feet away from folks and wear a mask, and that would had people performing rituals.
Mm.
So stay 6 feet apart and have a mask. That's a ritual. And people were so confused that they were wearing a shirt. They said, "I can't breathe," and they had a mask on their face. And I was telling the woman, "Take the damn mask off your face." She had a mask. She had a shirt on. Said, "I can't breathe," and I was like, "Take the shirt off," but I couldn't say that. She would have cussed me out. But we we are being so much smarter right now.
Yes.
And unfortunately, guys, we see right now, if you following the masses and anything that's trending, then you know it's the wrong thing to do. If you know, if you following the masses, then let's know you're headed to disaster.
Mm.
And I had so much pushback from people, mainly from my hometown and people in general, when I was crying out, telling people, no, no. And I took the blows. I've been talked
Yeah.
about, ridiculed, made fun of, and all of that. And these people don't have today, they don't have that same type of energy
Right. Right.
at all. They don't have, mom's the word. You can get crickets. They don't have that same type of energy. And I remain steadfast and firm, you know. because I knew here it is 5 years later, and it seemed like 5 years happened in a year and a half. Time is
Mm,
going by so fast. And it said that
mm.
life is but a vapor.
Yeah, bite but a
We're,
vapor.
we're, we're here, we're living in a time you can talk to somebody today and they can be gone tomorrow.
That's so true. That's so true.
So why live life so mean and nasty and vile and messy and causing chaos?
Mm,
Why? We spoke earlier and said we can live our most amazing life by what you manifest and what's in your heart. It's going to come out through the tongue, you know. And so that's what we're doing right now. We just loving on each other. We should be using our platforms to enlighten each other. That's what we should
yes,
do.
yes,
That's no
yes.
other way. And another thing, I'm asking the Soul Tribe family on all of these platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, we shouldn't give any life to anybody that's causing chaos on these platforms. We should, because we don't need that right now. We don't need that confusion. It's causing people to grieve. We don't need that right now. We need to be anybody that's causing chaos and mess. We need to just back away from them kind of people.
Mm,
I am going to use my platform to enlighten people, to inspire people, to motivate people, to encourage people, to lift people mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, and health wise.
yes, sir.
That's what I am going to do. And if you come to me with mess, I'm gonna put the soul, I'm gonna put the ancient ones on, you know. And that's what time we in. Because there's so
Mm-hmm,
much getting ready to happen right now. Even if you're gonna be on the plus side, there's no more room to be a middleman and try to have one
mm-hmm,
foot in and one foot out.
mm-hmm,
You gotta make a
mm-hmm.
choice. You gotta make a decision. That's what time it is right now. And so we're doing it, Dr. Kill. You know, the Soul Tribe family, we are linking up. The social media platforms wasn't used. They didn't think we were gonna use it to build and connect with it. It was supposed to be messy and keep up a lot of mess and selling
Yes.
sex and just all kind of. We are not giving life to mess like that. We are some classy, intelligent people,
Yes, sir.
and that's what people we got over here on your platform. Classy, intelligent people who are responsible, people who are not taking no for an answer, people who are about their business, people who own it up to their faults, people who want success and are calling forth their happiness, their longevity, their health, their wealth, and we're feeding off each other, and we cause it a tsunami of blessings amongst the people. Power to the people,
Show love, Chief.
and the phoenix is rising.
Yes, sir.
Oh, she is rising. It was written, and so it is. So
Yes,
rejoice.
yes, sir.
He said, rejoice, my people. Rejoice. You go out there and
Chief,
clap hands. Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead. Um, you're telling the people to rejoice, and you've been coming on giving amazing information, and confirming and affirming a lot of things that we've been saying here, that I've been saying, and the Soul Family have been saying. One of the things you talked about the other day was the healing center or the EE treatment. Sister
Yes.
Sin says, she says, I had the EE treatment today to recover from making a mistake in 2020 to keep my job. Thank you, Dr. Kia and Chief. Oh, I got chills. Oh, that's so
All praise.
wonderful.
All praise. See, I love stuff like that. So my brothers and sisters
Yes,
who made a mistake and you're not that mistake.
that's right.
I was so fortunate enough to I actually posted on my page. So if you guys go to Judah Allen 40 on Judah Allen, I
Hmm.
post my experience. Um,
Oh,
it's on my page now. I just
okay.
uploaded it, and so
Okay.
I'm going to be pushing some things that help us go on that and wage war against those entities inside us that they put. So we also have these strips, guys, for anybody that's these strips can go in there and cause the body to create the stem cells, they recover and heal the organs like the heart, the spleen, the kidneys, and all that. So it's an
Mm,
inexpensive way to do that. So if you're interested in there's a class that you can be in where they're going to break down. You got people that have had these issues going on, and this is for entertainment purposes too as well. We don't know what we
Right.
talk about. We're just crazy. We just laugh and making jokes. But if you're interested in just having more life and feeling good and clarity, I feel so. I'm high. I have a natural high. I got out that machine. My body feel good. Um, and the patch can go in there after 6 months. It's sad that it can go in there and take the heart back 20 years
Mm,
because a lot
mm.
of us are having, I'm hearing people having heart issues and liver and kidney issues like that. So we need to change up how and what we're doing and go in there and recover and heal the body. So it's all about the stem cells being able to be activated all over again to go in there and re-heal the body. So the things that we're eating and that we're, the air, the bad air, the food, the water that we're taking in is causing our body to lose its ability to create these stem cells to heal our body. And with
Mm.
our bodies at ultimate use right there, we should be living to be 200, 300, 400 years old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We used to live that, and at one point our skin wasn't brown; it was a greenish color. That's why when you see a baby born with birthmarks, those birthmarks is a greenish color. That's why the Incredible
Mm.
Hulk is representation of the melanated people being able to handle the gamma rays.
That's also why in that movie, what's that movie about the witch that just came out not long ago? About the Wicked Witch of the West or whatever. It shows that she was a melanated woman. She was actually a good person, whereas in the
Yes,
old story,
yeah,
she
yeah.
was green. She was green in the
And they try.
story.
And so the reason why our skin is this tan color because it's the color of rust. We are
Mm.
rusting.
Oh, Wicked. Yes, Wicked was the name of the movie. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
family.
our skin used to be green, greenish
Mm.
color, and
Mm.
so it's brown now because that's the same color as rust. We
Mm.
rusting. We, we are aging so fast, so fast. But
Mm.
well, I'm happy to say that we are going to be living longer because the technology that was hidden from the masses is now being. I didn't know anything about that EEU system that I got in. Didn't know anything about that until last week. Isn't that amazing? And we
That
opened
is
it up to the
correct.
so. Yeah, it is amazing, and it's been now open in relation to the Soul Trap family. You got information where you can find out if one is in a local town near you to go in there and get your treatments. We got the patches about the size of a quarter that you can put on your body, anyone on your body, that's going to cause your body naturally to release the stem cells. It's natural and holistic. So if anybody's interested in that, then you can you can email me, and I can send you an invite you to a show, which is going to break it down, and you'll be able to make the executive decision that what you need to do for you and your family. Maybe if it's not you, a family member that may be suffering,
But
and
you're
we can.
also going to come on the show, right? And are you going to do a presentation about the
Yeah,
patch?
I can. Well, I can actually have them to everybody who's interested to come to a presentation.
But I want
It,
you to, but I would like for you to like at least present the information to the family so that they can come,
I got you.
go through
It's
you
a
maybe. Go ahead.
no,
I'm sorry.
that's where um, they would do. I'll set up a platform for that like that. We'll talk. I'll set
Okay.
something up like that, and also they can come. The show is about that presentation.
Okay. Okay.
They would have to be invited, and I can send them a link. Each person
Cool.
that's interested, I can send you a link that invites you to the show. It's going to break everything down to you about the people, what it's done for them, and so forth. So if you're interested in finding out more detailed information, then I can email me. And I can send you a link to get on it right there. That's going to break it down, what you can do, and then how to go about getting these patches that you can order for you and your family. You know,
Okay.
so I'll do that. If anybody's interested, email me at Unity in Motion 45 at yahoo.com. That's UNITYIN motion. The number 45 at yahoo.com. Dr. Kia, if you would kindly put that in the class. If you're interested, reach out to me because we need to. That's how we gonna be a lot of more wealthy people, but you're not really.
And let him know that you heard about it from the Dr. Kia Pruitt show, please.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, that would definitely let me know. definitely let me know that you heard it from me.
Mhm.
And that's get out there, exercise, workout. I keep on drilling it and pushing it. You guys, head. Let's get out there and walk, because if you ain't got your health, you don't really got the wealth that you get. Don't mean anything. So we're doing
Absolutely.
things right now because you don't see that machine that I got that I sat down in front of. We found out this is what the rich people have in their homes.
Mm.
They got these machines in their home because they got this expensive, so they have the money. And
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Kia, so watch this, soul family. I'm gonna tell you how my footsteps is being guided to a Dr. Kia people who listen to you and follow you. Dr. Tony Akers. She listened to you and followed you. I met her through you. Another
Oh, praise
lady and her
God.
son out there some bits services for them. So I said, I've been, and I'm not looking to meet any and everybody. So I'm not trying to do that. But my spirit would tell me who I can meet. So, when I was over at Dr. Tony Akers' house and I was sitting and I got that treatment done. So
Mm-hmm.
a lady and her son that got services from me, I said, they stayed like maybe 35, 40 minutes away. So I said, I'll stop by because get some more information from you. I stopped by that, right? Guess what they had in their house, guys?
What's that?
She had the same machine in her house.
Wow.
That's why
Wow.
I know that this is divine guidance and leading my steps. Because she had the same thing in her house. It just was bigger, but it was like she had hers was 15,000. The ladies was
Mm.
50,000. She had the same, and she looked so healthy,
Mm.
and her and her son looked so healthy and happy.
Mm.
And so I said, "Wow." And so when I did my research, you found out that all of the billionaires and rich people, this is what they have. They have a home set up with that technology in their home. They wouldn't dare step a foot in the hospital. They wouldn't dare stick some pills down their throat. They wouldn't dare do that because
Mm.
the pills are acidic. They wouldn't dare do that. It takes a debtor's mentality, a dead person on paper, to do that because we don't understand remedy. When we have remedy, then we know that food, the food source you eat is supposed to be the medication.
Yes.
Your food. All of the different colors in the grapes, strawberries, blueberries, blackberry, raspberry, all of those different colors have a medicinal purpose to it to eat that. The vegetables in all those different colors has a medicinal purpose for the body to feed the cells so that the cells are strong enough to fight off any foreign invader to come in and sink you down to the sunken place.
Mm.
So those with spirits are looking for a weak body to inhabit. And the food source is supposed to keep the body strong. So with these parasites, which are really small, microscopic, demonic entities wreaking havoc on your body, then you're supposed to be able to eat certain foods that body snatch them. So I'm not going to a hospital so they can manage me.
Right. Right.
Guys, we got to wake up. So I'm here. We gonna give it to you. We're gonna give you these pearls of wisdom. We're gonna, awaken these dry bones, wake up the sleeping giants. That's what we're here to do. To sound our voice like a trumpet in hopes that the righteous hear us. And now we're gonna make it sexy to be righteous. Righteous is the new sexy nowadays. How about that?
That's wonderful. Hey, Chief, we have Dr. David Swoop Jr. in the house. Uh, Dr. Swoop, you've been a follower on the show for a while, and you often give vital information. So I just want to share. Let us know if this is you in the that I'm bringing up here. Dr. Swoop had asked a question about the machine, the EE machine. So, Dr. Swoop, I will ask you to contact Chief at unityemotion45 at yahoo.com. And also let us know if this is you here that I brought up, Doctor. He said, yes, it is. So let me just say who's been watching our show and supporting us. This is Dr. David Swoop Jr. He's a motivational and inspirational speaker. He believes in creating success through motivation, team building, inspiration, and goal connectivity. He if you want to invite him, any of the soul family, go to his website. He is a dynamic personality who engages listeners to the point of acting on their own goals. We need to bring him on as a motivational speaker to encourage the soul family. This is the gentleman that asks questions, that want to talk to you, Chief Mac, and he is a huge supporter of the show. I've seen him in the comment section many times, and I believe, oh, he said he sent you yes, he sent you an email last night, Chief. He wants you to know. He has
Okay.
also sent me email too. So thank you so much, Dr. David Swoop Jr. We appreciate you. And anybody that wants to contact you, I will talk to you at some point and maybe even see if you'll come on and motivate the soul family. So he emailed you yesterday, Chief, and hopefully, you'll get back to him whenever you get the time.
Most definitely.
Anything else, Chief, we want to say before we get out here on this wonderful?
No, we're good. I'm
Friday
giving. It's
night?
Friday. It's Friday night.
And I feel all right. Oh, sorry.
No doubt. I'm just happy, guys. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy.
Yes.
It's Friday. It is a true gift to be out here, and I enjoy life.
Yes.
I enjoy it. I'm 53. I'll be 54 in a few months. I don't look my age. I don't feel like it. I'm aging in slow motion, and I'm just excited about life and what's getting to happen and what's getting to manifest, man, and all of the new wealthy people who were sent to Earth to experience this great awakening, this world reset, this transfer of wealth. We were sent down here at this time to experience it, the beginning of the greatest reset in our time.
Absolutely.
It is incredible, man. I am so happy, man. I just, I'm already seeing things that happen for us, man, and seeing a lot of happy people and seeing people on the streets crying and getting the homeless off the street.
Yes.
Right now, I got word that there are over 400 homes that came up empty in D.C. alone. 400 homes just in D.C. alone. So that's telling me that those 400 homes that are empty, who was staying in them? Could it be that the people who staying in those homes had to run underground?
Wow.
And so we have all of these empty homes, and this is a trend that's going to happen in every major city because we had NPCs wreaking havoc on the people living amongst us. All these homes are coming up empty. So the soul family, we're going to be able to snatch up these homes. We can turn them to Airbnb. We can have these homes free and clear, and we can charge families just $200 and $300, $400 a month for a 3 or 4 or 5 bedroom house. We can put the house in trust. We can have free electricity. So all the family got to do is just pay room and board, and we're going to live in trust. It's beautiful. I see what's going to happen.
Bernard's expression says, yes, Chief, they are living underground.
Yeah. They're running underground. They're running.
Oh, who is that? Love Being Nubian saying, yes, it's bad here, Doc. I think Love Nubian must be in D.C.
The D.C. is asleep. It's bad there. Bad. Atlanta is also bad too. Atlanta got I'm gonna do Dr. Kid, what I would like to do, we're gonna do this when I get back to Atlanta. I'm gonna show the people this giant 200,000 square foot palace in Atlanta. You would never know it's there.
Okay.
I'm gonna take you guys on a journey on the Dr. Kid Pruitt show. I'm gonna show you guys the pyramids all over Atlanta.
Wow.
Then I'm gonna take you guys into the underground Atlanta, which is the original city. The new city of Atlanta, Georgia, is built on top of the old city, which they set on fire. Every major city in America was set on fire that was doing the World's Fair to try to hide out our true identity, history, heritage, and culture, the things we built during the ancient Tartaria, which we built. All of the theaters in every major city are castles. They're castles. America, this is the land. The underground Atlanta has an underground underneath the underground Atlanta. There are underground cities in every major city because they built everything on top of their original cities, guys.
Mm, mm.
So all of this stuff is being uncovered. So they're underground living, trying to hide out. So Atlanta was set on fire, and when you look at it, every major city was set on fire.
Wow.
So they can build on top of it. Atlanta, Georgia, when you look from afar, you see it's on a hill. Atlanta,
Mm.
the city is up, and you could be walking, and you can look these vents they have. You can look down, and it's a drop that drops like maybe 60 feet down because Atlanta's built on top of the old city. So I'm gonna show you
I'm
guys
looking it
something.
up.
Downtown Atlanta,
Wow.
during the underground, they have a big, huge image of a melanated woman down there. A huge image down in the underground. Then they have a underground underneath the underground where they see shot underneath the underground. It's another ground that runs underneath that.
Oh, wow.
I got the video. I posted. They tried everything they could do to stop me from posting that.
So once you had told me this before, so I looked it up and I found that indeed they have it recorded about urban fires that occurred in all the major cities. And here is one article that says from ancient cities to today, leaving nothing but death, destruction, and despair in their wake. Urban fires have plagued humankind since the dawn of civilization. Wow.
Your brother Chief back is well studied, guys. I'm well studied. I have a lot of wisdom and revelation, and understanding. No, I'm not the smartest guy, but I'm a historian of the truth.
Mm,
I think my mind works a certain way. I see things that the average
mm,
person don't see. So I have a lot of history in me. I'm going to eventually write a book. It's going to be a really good book that's going to teach you guys on how to open your eyes even when they're shut and see.
mm,
I'll put that together. But I found out, and they did that to try to hide out everything and it, in that ancient castle, that palace. I saw the word resurgent, and I looked that word up, and it's the phoenix, and they got a bird right there. Now I understand why we got the Atlanta Hawks and the Atlanta Falcons. Those are two birds.
mm,
It's really saying that we are in that stage right now where we get ready to rise. It said the phoenix shall rise. We're in that time right now. We're in
mm.
it right now, guys. So we rejoice. Even though things may look grim, you have a lot of uncertainties, but everything have to crash before it rises again. And tough times don't always last. Tough people do.
Ooh, I love that. Tough people do.
Tough
Chief,
people do.
somebody's asking. Excuse me. Go ahead, Chief.
Go ahead.
Somebody was asking where they can find the 441 letter organizations that the Chevron doctrine overturned, those government agencies. So I just want to just right here tell them if they go to my YouTube channel, Dr. Kia Pruitt, here, go to you see video shorts live, go to the posts and scroll down about two, and you'll see a picture of me here. And here I says 441 government agencies that need to be dismantled. Here's the list. federalregister.gov/agencies. So I'll put it in the description section of this video. Pope, Chief, can you tell the family what the symbolism of the Pope being on life support is, and what you feel this means for us as a human family or as a soul family? What is the symbolism of?
I'm going to say something to you guys,
Okay.
and I used to post this all the time. That so-called people on the world stage, people who are pushed on the world stage, when they show that they're so-called dying, it's just the character 9 times out of 10 is dying.
Okay.
I post. People have been saying for a while that so-called Tupac is not dead, Biggie's not dead, and for a while I was like, why are these people saying that stuff? I'm talking about years ago. And then
Mm.
I was about 12, 13, 14 years ago, I started realizing, I started doing my great awakening and realizing that celebrities don't die in the public's eye. The character, they simply kill the character off so that the person can go on to live as a new character or
Mhm.
go on to be their real person that they are. So
Mm.
when Michael Jackson so-called trans just died, the character was just died. They just simply removed the character, and Michael Jackson came out as Dave. Pull it up. I've been
Mhm.
just pull up Dave, and he sounds just like Michael Jackson. He talk,
It
well,
sure does.
my name is Dave, and my father under confinements of my dad. He was a mean guy. He got the same story as Michael Jackson, and their voice sounds just the same. But everybody they got your emotions, got you crying.
Mm.
So-called Prince, so-called transition, but Prince became his sister, Tika Nelson, with a fat suit on. So why would you give your crack whore sister your estate if she was on crack? It's because it's you and you ain't dead. Kobe Bryant, so-called, died in a helicopter crash, but they show him in a cartoon showing him crash in a helicopter, and now Kobe Bryant is the football player named Miles,
Mhm.
playing basketball just like Kobe Bryant. Guys, stop falling for the okadoke. So when I hear the Pope, so-called, on
Mhm.
the ventilator, that's
Yes.
just telling me that they are removing him
Mm.
so he can run underground. It don't mean that he's actually transitioning to dying, because for me in my studies, I've known that people on the world stage are not dying. Whitney Houston's not dead. Whitney Houston has a new character.
Mm.
Aaliyah's not dead.
Mm.
She has a new character. Lisa Lopez is not dead. She has a new
Mhm.
character. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Save the
She
tears.
admitted to it, this new character on Instagram a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Now, she's
I
removed her account since
I
then.
posted Aaliyah's new character on my my TikTok. The new character, and the new character came over there and said whatever. She was mad 'cause she got busted. I was floored. I was laughing. But say, listen, these celebrities are deep state.
Mm-hmm.
They're deep state guys. I
Miles
love
Garrett.
music. I'm a musician. I
Miles,
love
excuse me,
music.
Miles Garrett is Kobe Bryant. Just so you know,
Yeah,
Chief.
yeah.
You,
Look 'em up.
okay, go ahead.
And the football player, he got the number. He had a head on that says "I'm not done," and the head got number 24 in there. They put it right in your face, guys.
Mm.
Right in your face. That's Kobe Bryant right there. So, guys, come on now. Come on.
Miles Garrett, right here.
That's Kobe Bryant right there. The same height. They probably he disappeared for a while so he can work out and get muscles. And he wound up playing basketball like Kobe Bryant, but he's supposed to be a football player. And then people are like, well, but Kobe Bryant's in his 40s. How can they move? When they got the technology that they have for people, they have machines that can make your body reverse. And then guess who Martin Luther King became?
You-
When Martin Luther King so-called transition in 1968, did we also have Don King gets out of prison in
Mhm.
1968. So
Wow,
Martin Luther King new character was Don King. But people say, well,
crazy.
oh, how could that be? Don King's taller than Martin Luther King. When you're dealing with Chief Mac, we better wise up because they have surgeries where they can make you taller.
Oh yeah, they
It's
do.
called leg lengthening surgeries,
Yep,
guys.
yep.
Work with me. So that's Martin Luther King's new character. It's Don King. And this is what they've been doing. The same guy who played George Floyd, Stephen Jackson, played George Floyd, the
And they put it
professional
right in
basketball.
our faces. They put it right in our faces and
Stephen
said they were
Jackson,
best friends.
yeah, they say they're best friend, and they said Stephen, they both of them got that same big wide biscuit nose, wide.
Yeah, yeah, they
Color
do.
prosthetics on, because they both the same height. You know what I'm saying? And then they put that stuff on there. Talk about I can't breathe, and people go around here wearing shirts that says I can't breathe. And that was, those weren't even real police. Those guys had on some cartoon, some police uniforms you got out of the cereal box.
Hmm.
Y'all stop falling for the okadoke.
Hmm.
It's called social engineering and psychological warfare on the conscious minds of the people. And let's not even talk about 9/11. That was a movie.
Hmm.
There no planes hit those buildings. That was CGI.
Hmm.
And that was controlled demolition. It is impossible for a building to fall that fast down, and the plane and jet fuel cannot burn that type of steel. But you mean we couldn't find no engines, but you can find so-called these licenses of these so-called terrorists? And the plane engines are made out of titanium, which fire can't burn titanium. It's time to wise up, guys.
Mm.
It was a movie theater, and they give you Freemason numerology saying 6,000 people so-called transition. They got to give you these numbers, man.
Mm.
It was a farce. It didn't happen. They used that to bankrupt the people. And all of a sudden, when the so-called 9/11 happened, then they staged the patriotic team, the Patriots, to win.
Mm.
What the perfect team to win? Patriotic, America, red, white, and blue. That's why I tell you that sports are rigged.
Absolutely.
The whole world's a stage. We live in a Truman Show, but guess what? That Truman Show is starting to be broken up, and they don't even know their plays right now. They're nervous and scared because they're not in control right now. Woo! Wow, ain't that amazing? They're running scared. They keep on giving all this up, saying Puff Daddy's in jail. Puff Daddy's not in jail.
Okay.
Puff Daddy's having a baby. Puff Daddy is a woman. And if you can't handle that, better get your vibrations up. Because the people in the world stage are inverted. I'm sorry. I'm going to give it
Mm.
to you raw. And if that was too much for you to throw that shit up and come back and I'll chew it up and give it to you again. I'm sorry.
Carrie says President Trump spoke about central casting, and they are off the chain. The central actors.
It's called crowds. Pull up Crowds on Demand. Crowds on Demand is a company that has crisis actors all over the world to stage events as real. It's called Crowds on Demand.
We're looking for it. Mm.
It's a company that has crisis actors to fool the public. And the military industrial complex, they're all behind it, guys.
I
I've been
brought
on
it
this
up
stuff
for
for a
you,
while.
Chief.
I've been on it for a
Crowds on
while.
Demand is your home for impactful advocacy campaigns, demonstrations, public relations stunts, crowds for hire, and corporate events.
Ah,
Services are available nationwide.
and they pay well. There you go.
Crowdsondemand.com. Look, protests and rallies. You mean like the people that pretend to be Black Lives Matter and Antifa folks? They were
There
hired?
you go. They were crisis actors. I recorded all of
Audiences?
that. They are crisis. They're trust fund babies.
Mm.
That's what Black Lives Matter. They were people hired on crowd. And back in 2019 to 2020, when all of those so-called kids were here, they were being paid. They were here for a month. They were staying in hotels. Who was paying them? George Soros is the money behind. Them so-called women, that they claim and created Black Lives Matter.
Hmm.
Those are not women. Those are chicks with sticks. Those are not women.
Mm.
Happy to find out. The women who claim about abortion and all of those are not women. They hate women. Those are not
Mm.
women. They're
Mm.
not. The world is being ran by inverted people because the God of this world is inverted, the Baphomet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
this is who we're at war with.
Mm.
That's who we're at war. They don't hate. They hate natural people like us. And when Kendrick Lamar was saying they ain't like us, he was speaking for them, against us, because he was thicker than a snicker in those jeans because he's a little girl.
Man, he looked awfully zesty to me. I said that as soon as I see him, because that was the
Zesty
first
is
time I
really
ever saw him.
inverted people. Look, Kendrick
I,
Lamar's a little short. He's a little short woman. He had them jeans stacked. He was stacked in those jeans.
I said to my son as soon as I saw him walk out on stage, like, that's a woman. Look at them hips. Look at
Yeah.
that rotan behind. No homo. I'm not gay, but I'm just saying, like, I know a woman when I see a woman.
So I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. And we already know about the Williams brothers, who became the greatest tennis players.
Oh, yeah. I had an article years ago where the father actually admitted he had a picture of his two daughters when they were transitioning and said, I had boys, but I decided to make them girls. I
Yeah,
wish I could find it today.
but we got to realize uh, the Williams were playing other men too. They weren't playing all of them are inverted.
Oh,
They were playing men too. I'm gonna
Oh.
post a picture of one of the so-called men they were playing. This is white so-called lady, and I'm trying to get my arms to look like hers, and my shoulders and traps. That woman had triceps and shoulders, and I'm trying to get my arms like that. You know, shit. Serena guy. I'm trying to get my traps and shoulders like Serena. I'm trying to get like that, man. Like she's been shrugging the car or something.
You're trying to look like Serena.
I'm trying to get my shoulders like that. I'm jealous. You can't tell me she can't shrug a truck. She would snatch that Negro out of his shoes, man. Shit, man.
Woo. Sister Joy said that her mother used to tell her that James Brown was a woman.
You know what? I had an older gentleman 5 years ago. I said, you know, James Brown's a woman. That's why he never grew any hair. And this is the funny why these guys in the music industry can do a split and bounce right back up, because the woman pelvic is looser than a man.
Oh.
You know the one where Prince can do a split and bounce back. I'm talking about ooh, ow, and shimmy and got her little cheeks out. He's a little short woman, bearded woman, hairy little woman.
I never got it. I never knew why people were so in
y'all
love.
women are something else. You got to learn to be like and so in love with Prince and get mad at people for talking about Prince. Or knowing good well if a real man dressed up with some high heel shoes on and had his butt cheeks out, you be talking about he's gay. But since he's on TV, oh, you love Prince. Do Prince look like he can give you back shots? No. Come on.
What?
Come on, man. Y'all cut that crap out, man. Prince look like he take him, man. Come on, man.
This is Dr. Kia Pruitt Show Late at Night featuring Chief Mac.
Late
at Night Show edition.
Your brother Chief Mac is funny, man. I had 16 siblings, man.
Woo-wee. Come on back on, Chief Mac. Gayla Okim Yoga says Tina Turner is a man. Sophia Loren is a man. This is why they don't age well. Wow, thank you for that. Some of these people are taking hormone replacement therapy. And if you look at them now as they age, like you're telling the truth, they don't age, they don't look great at all. They look pretty horrible. But this hormone replacement therapy, could trick you if you let it go. Chief, somebody said Tina Turner is a man. I believe you said something about that before. Can't hear you, Chief. I can't hear you. Okay. Chief had actually mentioned that Tina Turner was a man as well, sister. Can't hear you. And he also said that Tina Turner was playing another character. I'll let him tell you guys who that is. And when he put the picture side by side, it's very noticeable. Chief, I sent you another link. Can you hear? I can't hear you. I'm gonna have to send you a private message. Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Chief. James Brown. Wow. Yeah. Sorry, family. I was sending him another link. Let him know that we couldn't hear him. Oh, Sister Sin says, disconnect your headphones. Okay. Chief, are you okay? Sister Sin was saying I should tell you to disconnect your headphones. Maybe that'll help you.
You can hear me now?
So yes. And now, what is this about Tina Turner being a man?
Well, listen. Tina Turner and Tina Knowles are the same people. Tina Knowles and Tina Turner are the same people. They got that same wild hair, but they just make her look light skinned. They can just do a couple of changes like that. And again, Tina Turner got some arms, man. I was trying to get my arms like that. Calves and 3% body fat. Talk about she got beat up by Ike. No, Ike got beat up by Tina. Come on, man. Cut it out. Cut the shenanigans, man. Talk about what love got to do with it. It got everything to do with it. Come up there, man. Look
Tina
well.
Knowles. Yeah, she does look like Tina Turner. She really does.
They the same people. And you
Mm.
know what Cameo says? She's strange, but I like her. She's strange because she's a chick with a stick.
Wow.
Go back and watch the video called of Cameo, and they're gonna show you a woman in the mirror with shaving cream on shaving.
What?
They've been
Wow.
putting it in our face, and then they showed a picture of Cameo. He was watching in the mirror, and you know what's on the other side of that mirror? It changed to
What's
a woman. They've
wow.
been putting it in our face. And then they kept on showing a lady, they were dancing, and they kept on stepping on toothpaste. And every time they step on toothpaste, the toothpaste would shoot out like that in representation of an orgasm.
Mm, mm, mm,
And
mm.
those heels those women were wearing was a size 15 double E.
I have noticed some of the
We've been
feet.
asleep, guys. When Janet Jackson, oh, I'm sorry, the Jackson 5.
Oh, you
Janet
can't talk
Jackson,
about the Jacksons now.
I'm
That's where
sorry,
that's where I
sorry,
draw the line.
I'm sorry.
That's where I draw the line, Chief.
Control.
You can't talk about the Jackson
But
family.
can you tell me why Janet Jackson was standing up taking a piss like a man in Michael Jackson's video? Can you tell me why in the video called Scream, she was turning around, taking a piss and looking at you like, I got a stick. They
Mm,
showed that, but we can't see nothing.
mm.
I'm trying to tell you guys what kind of world we in.
What about Angela Bassett with those strong arms? Surely she's just a woman
Oh,
that
you know
lifts
Angela
weight.
Bassett, man, can bench press a car. Come on,
What you
man.
say?
Angela Bassett,
Yeah.
that's big dingling energy right there. Come on now. Come on, man.
Do you know that Whitney Houston's daughter, what's the
Bobby Christina.
Bobby Christina?
Bobby Brown had her.
Uh,
That's
well,
why they fake like, oh, y'all ready? See, that's why the male so-called celebrities are going to jail a lot more than the women. They're not going to jail. They just simply remove them out of the public's eye so they're going to be in a hospital having a damn baby. So did you
mm,
know that pup that he claimed they had to take him to the hospital because he had so-called a knee surgery? Did y'all know that? He went there and he looked exhausted because he pushed out a baby. But they had to make it seem like he went there. He's going to jail, like a lot of these so-called celebrities. Men go to jail. When so-called Tracy Morgan went to the hospital, right before he went to the hospital, Tracy Morgan, that's an image you can pull up of Tracy Morgan with his belly sticking way out because he was pregnant.
mm.
Just like this other rapper. What's the other rapper had the big belly sticking out in a black shirt? They were pregnant. I'm sorry. These rappers are not
You showed
thugs.
Ti too. You showed Ti with big old
Oh,
hips and a
T.I.,
big
that
belly.
baby T.I. holding right now, he puts that baby out. You don't see nobody love on that baby but T.I. because that's Mama
Mm,
T.I. And
mm.
Tiny was walking around like the proud papa that she is. See, I was holding his stomach like that. I'm telling you what it is, guys. You may not be able to. If you got a celebrity, if you are a fanatic, a fan of a celebrity, guys, you've been hoodwinked. I don't hate. I don't have no hate toward anybody. I don't have hate toward anybody. If you are so-called gay, if you're trans, anything like that. I have gay people and trans in my family.
Look
And
at
I
this,
know.
Chief. Sorry,
Look at that big belly he got.
Tracy Morgan.
There's a picture of
Proudly
him with
shows
belly
me.
out.
Mm, mm. Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting you. There's
That's
another one.
he was pregnant right there, and they put it
Mm.
in your face. Lord up. He's showing. He's a proud mama.
Mm.
See how they put that in your face, guys?
Whoa,
So
look at the stretch mark. Look, you know how, wow, I can see the stretch marks like right
that's
here.
that's a mama right there. So she can't
Wow.
know what he's talking about. I'm not a foolish guy at all. I'm not foolish at all. I might seem crazy in the beginning, but trust me, if you, I know what I am talking about. And they laugh. They laughed at us, but now we laughing at them back. They laughed at us way too long.
Mm,
So
mm,
this is who we're fighting against. This is who we are up against. So when
mm,
Kendrick Lamar was saying they ain't like us, he talked about them, saying we ain't like them.
mm.
Because the God of this world is the adversary. And the world was turned over to the wicked. and the wicked are in control. But the wicked are losing control because the dry bones are waking up. The sleeping giants
Ooh.
are coming back together. And they wrote Revelation in the Bible
Mhm.
because that's their chaos. And right now, they don't know how things are going to go because we are disrupting it.
Mm.
We're loving on each other. We're not having, see, the hate, the malice, and envy in your heart feeds them. They feed us chaos so we can, our anger and hostility toward each other fuse their world.
Mhm.
So this is why I've been saying, let's love each other with action. Let's start coming
Mhm.
against each other. And let's not feed into anybody that's pushing hate, envy, malice, and jealousy on these social media platforms so we can bring the righteousness back up on the earth. How many are ready for that?
Mm. Who
That's
is
all.
Megan? Somebody says Megan is Josh Pete. She is a man.
Oh, yeah.
Megan.
And the so-called John Majors, you saw the picture he took when he was had to sitting on that couch with his legs crossed with those Jordan jeans on tight and his lips puckered out. Oh, he was feeling real moist and sexy then. Because that man got a twat between his legs.
No. Jesus.
I'm telling you, he's a woman. He's a woman on hormone replacement therapy, and he had his shirt off. He's feeling so moist and sexy,
Mm.
and that's what it is. And they put it right in your face.
Mm. Somebody said Rob Kardashian is obviously a woman. He had a baby when he got fat some years back. Thank you, Don Teasy. Oh, they
Come
up
on
on
now, come on.
game.
And he's the only one in the family built like a Pillsbury Doughboy, and the sisters got
Right.
the sisters are all cut up and big and lean, and they so-called had babies, but they lean and big. But Rob looking like he make biscuits and wash dishes. Come on, man.
Oh, Megan the Stallion. Well, I mean, her name doesn't Stallion mean a male horse?
They put it in your face, man. They put it in your face. Y'all, are you guys ready for something that's gonna shake the ground you walk on?
Uh-oh, no.
Lamar
Oh.
Odom. If the Kardashian sisters are all chicks with sticks, and
Mm.
he dated one of them, Chloe, which is the biggest one, what did you think he is? What did you think he is? Now, did you know that Lamar Odom has come out publicly and said he's dating a known transgender? It's
Wow.
right there. Pull it up. He has gone public and he's dating a transgender because Lamar Odom is a female.
Wow.
Lamar Odom has gone public and said he's dating a transgender. Y'all ain't ready for how
Mm.
wicked this world is. Cheap Mac gonna bring it to you.
Mm.
So this is why we have to bring righteousness back on the earth. We have an opportunity. He said he's openly dating a transgender.
You know, now they're trying to say that it's not true, but it
No,
says,
too late. It's too late. Too late. Trying to cover it up. Too late.
mm-hmm,
Too late.
mm-hmm, too late, baby, baby, it's too late. So here's one
Prince said,
article. Okay.
I'm not your mom. I'm not your daddy. I am something that you couldn't imagine.
Whoa. Whoa.
He
I'm
said, I'm
sorry.
something that you can't fathom. I am made in the image of the Baphomet. I'm something that you can't even imagine. I'm putting it in your face. You can't handle what I am. I'm something that you can't imagine.
Wow.
He was telling you, he's a woman.
Oh my
So for all
God.
you women that thought that Prince had the tools to give it to you, all you guys gonna have ever done was rub carpet. I'm sorry.
Love being Nubian said, Chief got me dying over here.
I'm sorry. That's all y'all could ever do is rub carpet together.
Rub carpets. Oh
That's
God.
all y'all could do.
Mm.
Your Hollywood crush just didn't crush you. I had to repent because I used to have a crush on the Williams brothers, Serena, not knowing that if I had been in the room with her, I would have been fighting for my life. We would have been duking it out. My big hands against his big hands. I had a crush on you. I'm like, damn, I'd fold that girl up like a Rubik's Cube. Shit, not knowing I would have been fighting, man.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I'm good. I woke up. I asked the crazy. I said, "Wake me up." And when he woke me up, I started crying, man. I said, "Goodness, man, I had to trust that woman, man. Man, mother got shoulders like me, man, and hands like me, man. I would have been fighting. I would have been scrapping, man.
And
Scrapping,
she
man.
got a big old rotund booty, because I remember the guy saying, "Dang, Serena, your bottom looks so soft, look like a couch. It's all big and rotund," all over social media.
That's what women don't realize is makeup was made for men, and the BBLs were for men impersonating a woman. That's what the BBL for. Now they got regular women looking just like the impersonators, so we can't tell the difference.
That's
So
true.
they did it on purpose so that the inverted gender cons can blend into society because they
Mm,
put that on TV and got the women out here looking like them with big ass snub lovers and eyelashes, got a mop on their head in the same color of Kool-Aid, got
mm.
breasts. That's why Hollywood is inundated with plastic surgery because you got a whole bunch of gender cons on there. And that's why the women are acting. A real woman is not really oversexed. Men, we're driven sexually. That's why the women on TV are so oversexed because they're men. They're acting
Wow.
bodacious, legs all cocked open, popping the
Yes.
men out. And
Yeah.
then they got the regular women see that and think that's the norm. So they give that false reality over to the women who are looking at it, and then we're emasculating the men and we're tearing down the fabric of the family, guys. The television
Mm,
is sorcery.
mm.
Am I preaching?
You
It's
preaching, son.
sorcery.
You
Cut it
preaching.
off. Stop spending time with your children and stop letting them be programmed. It's called program because they're programming you.
Mm.
It's programming you. If you don't understand what you're looking at, then turn that shit off. Understand what control opposition is. Cat Williams getting up there talking about so-called he telling on the on other people. Cat Williams, until you tell everybody that your name is Micah Sierra Williams because you're a little short bearded woman.
Hmm.
You were
Wow.
born, your name was Micah Sierra Williams because Cat Williams is a woman. Just like Puff Daddy's real name is Journey Brown. Journey
Mm,
Brown. It's a female name. No,
mm,
he's not in prison. So while they got y'all laughing, talk about baby oil, he's in prison, they're laughing at you because he's in prison having he didn't have the baby already. Just like when
mm,
Jamie Foxx came to Atlanta and he was in the hospital here in Atlanta, he was having a baby and they played y'all, make it think he was something. I was sick that. And then he came out and did his first comedian show in the same outfit that Martin Lawrence had on when he acted like he was going crazy and they had to take him away. He was having a baby and they both had on the same outfit. And when you look at Jamie Foxx's stomach, it is sticking out.
mm,
I'm
mm.
telling you guys what's going on.
He always did look a little zesty, Jamie Foxx.
There's men that are zesty on TV are women, undercover women,
Mm,
gender cons.
mm,
These drugs can do some things magnificent and changing up the outside of the body to look the opposite of what it is. And the ones who are really good at deceiving the people, they got them on TV. Those are the ones who get the Hollywood stars because they can deceive the people.
mm.
If you look at the Dwayne, the Rock, can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Yeah, ovaries.
Oh,
Yeah, you got ovaries. I got a picture of the Rock, so I will post my page, laying in bed with a baby with his shirt off with a baby on his chest. And he got
mm,
flowers next to it. Do you know any man, if he's laying in bed with a baby on his chest, where's the mama at?
mm,
Where's the mama? He's the hot mama. Looking exhausted after pushing that baby out. And
mm.
his wife got me beat long time. That woman right there is about 215 with traps and muscle and everything. Why is your wife looking like she can bend steel pipes?
See?
Look at the Rock's wife. And have anybody seen the Rock's daughter? That girl got a face like she can change brakes with it. Have you seen the Rock's wife?
I'm about to pull
With a
up a
wife
picture.
like that, he don't need a bodyguard.
Mm, mm.
Pull up his wife.
Okay.
I'm gonna learn today. And that's what kind
While
of
we're looking up the wife, somebody wants you to answer what about Donna Summer?
Donna Summers. I mean, that's Donna Summers. That's a man. I'm sorry, she's a man. Donna Summers make
Mm,
great music, great music. Just like Rick James. Rick James is a woman.
mm,
Rick James is a woman.
mm.
That's why he loved wearing those tight pants. He loved showing his shape off. I'm sorry. That's what kind of world we in, guys.
What about Victoria's Secret? Somebody else asked about that.
Of course, the secret is Victoria's a man.
Mm-hmm.
All of those chicks are women with sticks.
Jesus.
Them girls will put mouths on you and your boyfriend. Play games if you want to. That's why all of them are skinny with long monkey arms and scratch their calves without bending.
Ooh, wait, Chief.
I know.
Chief.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Lord have mercy. This can't be his wife. That's what came up. Danny Garcia. You see
Look at
that?
big boy right there. That's his wife, ex-wife.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all think I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
Look at those shoulders and that arm. That is that. That look, yeah. That's
about 6 months. I'm gonna try to get my arms to shoulder like that. If you think that's a woman right there, you blind to Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. That's a man right there, inverted man. That's his wife.
Wow.
Now that man right there, that woman right there was bending him up in all kinds of different positions.
Welcome to Friday Night Live, family, with Dr. Kia Pruitt features Chief Mac.
Don't make you laugh, man.
Yes, Sierra Russell was indeed a male. You're right, Gloria. My son actually met somebody. I think he was working with somebody who said that they went to school with Sierra. We live in Florida. I think Sierra might have gone to school in Georgia and Florida. And they said it was a known fact that Sierra was a hermaphrodite, that everybody in school knew it. Hermaphrodite means you have both sex organs.
If Sierra is married to Russell, the Westbrook guy, he's a woman. He's a woman.
It's so evident to me that that's a woman.
I'm telling you, I'm sorry. So the people on the world stage, most of them are created.
Oh.
They go to MK Ultra. They created, they're paid to deceive the masses. They play sports to make it seem like they're regular people, but Sierra is the man and he's the woman. And I'll post on my page. If you go to my page, you'll see a professional football. You'll see his wife, and that woman got legs like a steel beam. She's an Olympic athlete. That's a woman. The bearded woman.
And notice they normally don't have full grown beards like men. The men in Hollywood don't. I believe that might be hormone replacement therapy that they're taking.
No doubt it is. No doubt it is. And they raise a little girl up to think that she's a man with a vagina, and they raise a boy to think that he's a male, that he's a woman with a ding-a-ling. That's what they do. MK Ultra, and then they get older and they know what they are. But one person I feel sorry for Blue Ivy, because Blue Ivy with Beyonce, you can see that child don't like what it's doing. That child has a look of discomfort on the face. That child knows that I don't look good at playing a woman with these big shoulders and these long arms I got. And I feel sorry for that child, because a lot of these people, they're born into it. This stuff is generational. They're born into it. What am I saying? That means that the Jackson 5, that Michael Jackson mom and dad were inverted. And I'm here in Gary, Indiana. They have a casino. I took a picture of the outfits that the Jackson 5 brothers used to wear when they were younger, and they got hips. The outfits the mannequins shaped like little girls.
Whoa!
Small hands, and hips the side, because they're women. You want to know why Latoya Jackson got a head big like that? Got a big head like that? Like she'd be a genius with a head that big. And the small stick arms and big hands like that. All of the Jackson girls are chicks with sticks. I am sorry. I love them.
They're saying you missed your call. You missed your calling, Chief.
What was that?
They're saying you were supposed to be a comedian.
Whatever, man. You know, Latoya Jackson got a head like that, man. She should be a genius. Or ride the yellow bus. Ain't no one got no business having a head that big unless she wearing a helmet in a yellow bus.
What about Martin Lawrence? Sin wants to know.
Of course, Martin Lawrence he's a woman. And that's why Gina had that big head. He talked about how big Gina head was. Come on, they've been telling you, right, that Gina with that big head ain't got no hips. None.
But was muscular.
Yeah, muscular.
She sure was.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's what it is. You just name any Hollywood couple, they are inverted, man. Wow. They're inverted. You name them.
And you can tell when somebody has just had a baby or they're pregnant because these men get really, their cheeks get big.
Yeah, Martin Lawrence is looking really, really strange and different right now because he pushed out a baby. When Kanye West was acting like he was going crazy on stage, and they said we gotta take him, we gotta have him. They just all that was made up so they can remove him from the public's eye so he can push out those babies.
Wow.
When Bobby Brown kept on so-called going to prison, he was going there to have babies because he's a breeder. They call them breeders. And I have a picture of Bobby Brown with his stomach sticking way out with the so-called new wife wearing a moon bump that makes you think that they're pregnant.
Wow.
And so with Tamar, on the Tamar Braxton show, when she was married to her husband, they claimed her husband was sick. He had to keep on going to the hospital. He was pregnant. That's why his belly was real big. He didn't have no diabetes. Because Tamar, all the Braxton girls are chicks with sticks.
Well, what about Candace Owens, the conservative melanated woman that came from nowhere and became famous?
Another chick with a stick. Let's control opposition. They put up there like she's talking with Trump like that. That's a chick with a stick. If you look at that face, that energy, that's a dude, man. Candace is the dude. Tell Candace to stop lying. Until you tell me that you got nuts, then I'll listen to you.
Oh my God. Listen, Chief, there's no way you can be somebody that came from nowhere that just started talking on YouTube out of nowhere in obscurity and you end up marrying a billionaire. That doesn't happen in real life.
They don't. It's all fabricated. It's a paid agent is what they are. I'll tell them shut up and stop talking because you got big dick and energy. I'll shit all in your face, man.
Big what energy?
You heard me. Sorry, man. This is the truth, man. That woman got big dick energy. Just know good and well, man. Know good and well that woman like that, man. Trying to lie to people, man. Stop lying.
Oh my God.
Stop lying.
Oh Jesus. Whew. Somebody wants to know if Candace Owens is Halle Berry. Is that the same character?
Well, they play different caliber. Halle Berry is another chick with a stick. We already know that. She dated David Justice. They made that laptop. He was beating on her, but she was actually beating him from behind.
Ooh, me.
That's a chick with a stick.
Ooh.
And I mean beating him from behind.
What about Tyra Banks? Well, yeah, she was one of Victoria's Secrets.
Oh, Banks, man. Tyra. All of them models right there, they're inverted. All of them. All of them. That's the kind of world we live in, guys. All of them. I'm sorry. That's the world we live in. It's a religion. That's a religion that they're hiding from the masses. It's a religion. Have you ever seen Jake's wife and daughter? Take a really good look at them. Them girls look like they could be fullbacks for the Chicago Bears.
Who you talking about?
T.D. Jake's daughters. They next my size. Ain't no woman got no business with necks that big, man. Look like they could be Chicago Bears for the tight ends for the Chicago Bears. Look at them girls' necks, man. Look at their neck. Look at the Adam's apple. Look at their neck.
I gotta look.
I wear 18 and a half in the shirt. Them girls got necks my size. Ain't no woman got a neck that no business having a neck like that.
Wait a minute. Well, she could just be fat.
No. Come on now. Come on.
Here's one of the daughters right here.
Study anatomy and bone structure.
Okay, let me get another picture.
When you know what to look at.
And even TD Jakes, he look
Now
like
go and watch the clip where Tyler Perry was laying hands on TD Jakes and pull it up, because your brother Mac is not. My mind works really well. When Tyler Perry laid hands on TD Jakes, he started shaking around, and he was praying to the Lucifer, that God. He was shaking around, shaking around. The blood of Jesus. He was shaking his head. Man, you all right? And said, I'm gonna give $1 million donation. He's just shaking around. Did you know after he laid hands on T.D. Jakes, he was gyrating and doing a Harlem Shake? You know, that woman. You know what she said to T.D. Jakes afterward, guys? And pull it up. I'm gonna let you know I listen like she thinks. She said, "Push that baby out, push that baby out, birthed him. He was pregnant." And they put it on his face and they mock you, the gullible, civilized masses. You stupid. They make fun of you and laugh at you and put that shit in your face. And the God that they worship in these Christian churches is Lucifer, the morning star, aka Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, and I'm gonna give it to your ass. Wake up.
I remember telling my pastor, my former pastor, I said, the Bible says that the which you just call them?
The morning star.
The morning star was Satan. And he was like, don't you say that about my God. Jesus is the morning star. I said, I'm sorry. Look at this. The scripture said Lucifer is the he's the morning star.
And in Revelation 12, the last chapter of the Bible, it said that Jesus said that I am the morning star. And Lucifer said, I will deceive the whole world by becoming an angel of light. And whatever should be only going to the Creator, I'm going to get. And the Creator said, there's only one throne that sits above the firmament, because the firmament is my footstool. The Creator is a titan. He said, I'm not giving my power, authority, rulership, and authority over into anybody in the old text. That's why they don't have the old text in the prison system or in the churches, because the Creator is talking. He said, it's only one seat above the throne. He said that there's going to be somebody coming. He said, I sit beside the Father. And the only angel that I know that was close to the Creator in heaven was Lucifer, because there was no angel in the heaven named JC, because the letter J is only the newest letter in the alphabet. Am I correct? So if I ask my dear brothers and sisters, which angel was Jesus in heaven? I know that the Creator made Lucifer the most beautiful angel in heaven was Lucifer, because he had stones in him, and those stones were diamonds. And the Creator is an everlasting light. And when his light hit the morning star, he shined in colors that the rainbow don't even have, because he made Lucifer for his glory to shine upon him. That even the angel marvel after Lucifer. So the point, when they got kicked out the kingdom, 1/3 of the angels got sent not to hell, but to earth. And we're down here with them. So what do you think we are? We're in their kingdom, and they have jurisdiction over citizens who sit in sin. Am I preaching, guys? Wake up. There is no Savior besides the Savior within you. With the Creator put himself within you to have direct access to him and not a Savior. Woo. You are your own way out of this shit. And no Savior. Wake up and become and put your grown man panties and bunches and gain control over yourself. Stop being so emotional. The Creator showed who he is. And Lucifer is the prince of the airs. Meaning anything that you say and come on top, he's the prince over the airs. And he said, I'm going to deceive you by becoming an angel of light. That means he's the dark son. I'm going to create myself like an angel of light. So who's got the whole wide world in his hand? Not if Jesus got the whole wide world in his hand, and then Gematria, Jesus and Lucifer equals 7411, they're one and the same. I've been telling you to learn Gematria. Get out your damn emotions. The brother's here to wake you up. So all this worship and glory and praise that you're giving on Sunday worship, that he told you that I'm going to be getting that. Because everything that he failed to do in the kingdom, he's getting down here in earth, which is his jurisdiction, which is his world, and his people are in control.
Wow.
I'm not preaching. So don't be mad at me. You've been fooled.
Scorpion Home Industry says Jesus is both Satan and the light, the balance. Say that. Wow. Jesus is both Satan and the light mixed together. Wow.
I
Wow.
posted on my page. You go to my page, and they got Jesus and look. I don't care what color he is, whether he's black, white, green, or whatever. There is no Savior beside me. The Creator said that. And when he speaks, he don't have to speak again. So you up there say, "What, Father?" You said, he said, "I spoke once. I told you that there is no." Read the book of Isaiah. He said, "There is no Savior and salvation beside me." He said that I'm not giving my seat and power and authority over to nobody. And you gonna go up there running your mouth saying, "Well, you said," he said, "What did I tell you? Get out of my face, be gone." And repeat that hell again. And I'm gonna take your memory from you. And you're gonna find yourself coming out the womb crying again. Because you're gonna be reincarnated back in this shit.
Now, Chief, some people are saying they've gone to school with certain people. They know certain people. They know they're not inverted. Could it be that those people
If you ain't seeing them between their legs, then cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Could it be that they were replaced with somebody that was?
You don't understand deep state, guys. You don't understand deep state. They mix them with the regular people so they can sell it. You don't understand deep state, guys. I don't care if you went to school with them. You ain't been between their legs.
And they do gender gender assignment at birth. Reassignment at birth.
That's a lady who's a nurse, and she realized they have a hospital where they're taking young children and they're inverting these children at a young age. They have a hospital that they're doing it. That they kidnapping young kids, children, and they're inverting them. They're inverting these children. Right here. And it's an underground. They listen, they doing things right in our faces, guys. You guys don't understand deep state the way I understand it. You don't understand it. You still want to make excuses for these celebrities and the people in the world. I know what type of world that we're in. And they've been putting it in your face. They've been telling you all of your Christian artists are inverted. They tell you that Yolanda Adams apple. She has an Adams apple. Tamla man. Yeah, Tamla is the man.
And her husband got a big old belly.
Gyrating and shake dancing and bouncing and dropping like it's hot on one of the singers. He feeling real hot moist. I'm telling you what it is. The guy, and the benediction, the morning benediction that T.D. Jakes give, he said to the old-breasted God. He's talking about the Baphomet.
Whoa.
Right in your damn face.
Whoa.
The Creator said, "Be wise as a serpent, but gentle as a dove. Study to show thyself approved." You got to do that. And you go into these churches, and you got these men and women and the Boys and Girls Club up there lying to the people. Give you the same overdone preaching day in and day out. You're not learning anything. You're not progressing spiritually, mentally, physically. You in these churches call yourself highly favored, and you work at a job that's taking money out your trust and paying you your own money. And you taking that money and you paying the pastors and rents and Reverend Flint Flam and Pastor Sneak at Sweetwater Baptist Church with sweet cheeks and bubbles leading the choir.
Jesus.
And you call yourself highly favored, and you taking pharmaceutical drugs and on diabetes, and you highly favored. Cut it out. That's not called highly favored to me. You're 2 Big Macs from your choke. You're 2 Big Macs away from getting your feet chopped off. But you highly favored.
Thank you, Chief. This is what Dr. David Swoop sent me. Dr. David Swoop Jr. Oh God, what's going on with Serena Williams? You see this here?
It's not Squatch.
Say it again.
Is that Bigfoot?
Wow.
I can't see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Serena. I'm sorry. You see how she's trying to hold her shoulders in? Let them shoulders fly like Pat of the Bell say fly. Let them shoulders out. Try to crunch those size 50 shoulders up. Let them out. Breathe. Let them arms out. Breathe. Serena wear like a size 48, same 48 in a suit jacket like me. That's a 48 regular.
They do tricks like hold their shoulders a certain way, or stand to the side, or wear certain jewelry and scarves to try to mask.
Yeah. And you know, Sharita dated Drake, right? Drake.
Yes.
Drake Nisha.
Dracation.
Drake Nisha, because Drake is a woman. I'm telling you guys what it is. They talk about 50 Cent talk about he got shot, but they asked where he get shot at. He can't even remember where he got shot at. These so-called thug.
I'll bring them back on. Here's another picture of Serena. Now, I don't know if this is a new picture or an old picture. I do know that a lot of these celebrities have doubles and clones and all that. So I never know which one is the original. But if you see here, that usually women have a curve right here. You don't really see a pronounced curve, and the arms look pretty different, pretty masculine. So that's why people say that she was a boy, and they say it also because her father literally said, "I had boys, and I decided to make them girls."
But we're not just gonna pick on the Williams brothers. I mean, it's all of them. All of the athletes that they push on the world stage are inverted. That's why they call Sha'Carri Richardson. Did y'all just hear what I said? Sha'Carri Richardson. Did you hear what I said? I'm trying to teach y'all. Sha'Carri is Richard's son.
Oh.
Work with me.
And what about Lil Wayne?
That little woman right there. That woman, you know, saw last year, 2 years ago, Lil Wayne's face just swole up so big. Just the little one, just Lil Wayne Nisha had a baby.
Oh.
All these rappers called Lil D, Lil That, Lil this, Lil that. They're little women. Look, ain't never sold no drugs. They have sold, all this stuff is made up. But we see that, and they claim that they shooting people, they sold dope, and they did this, and we think that's popular. So we go take that false reality and turn it into a reality. And they sit there, the three-letter people, but get guys out of prison and get them the rights to sell dope in the community and tear our shit up. Tear it up. It was a military operation waged on the true indigenous and Tasis people of America and brought other foreigners over here to take our place and gave them the money to put infiltration in our communities. Are we tired of that? It's time to wake up. So that's why I know too much to be going around here acting stupid and foolish, because I know too much. I know too much to be lower vibrational and do wrong to somebody because I know too much.
Speaking of knowing too much, Chief, let the people know if they want a consultation with you, how they can get in touch with you, please. One more time.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's Unity in Motion 45 at yahoo.com.
Okay.
We got Unity in Motion 45 at yahoo.com.
Yes.
The cheap man gonna be here. I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna make you cry. I'm gonna make you think. I know I'm a funny guy. You know, you come from a big family. You be joning each other. Call Joan. I'm a funny guy. Well, a funny guy. So you're gonna laugh with me.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna laugh. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna get educated. We're gonna have a spiritual cleansing and an upgrade in how we think. I'm gonna teach you about how to embody social engineering, psychological warfare, gematria, numerology, the law of reversal, control opposition. Just learn these things so you can be sharp. I'm gonna put something together. Learn these things, and it'll be hard to be deceived. Learn what kind of world you're in. I'm trying to teach y'all. Learn what type of world you're in, so you'll know how to protect your family and your children. You'll know how to stop allowing them to pull energy from us to live that most amazing life. Because that's what they've been doing.
That's right.
Don't get baptized again, because they taking you back in the waters, create a bond from that, and send it to the Vatican. It ain't got nothing to do with getting closer to nobody. Because once you come out of the waters, you should stay out of those kind of waters. They taking you back in the water, submerging you spiritually and physically, and then bring you back up, and then take you and put it on bond paper and give you that paper, and they take the other one and securitize it. That's what baptism is all about. That's why they want to get little Johnny and Susie baptized.
So we need to stay away from the water rather than, the baptismal water.
Well, when it comes to baptism, I'm saying, don't get musty and not take a shower and sink yourself in some water. No, I'm saying when it comes to, that's not an excuse not to take showers, man. There want no funky folks around us, man. I'm saying, understand, when you're in the waters which deep and dark, it's very important. We come from water. That's where we come from. We come from water. America is the ancient land, and we sprung up from this land. When the land rose up out the water, every creation started right here in America. Because this is the first land to re-emerge from the great floods. That's what they call it, Turtle Island. And then what happened, the other lands came up. The other land was desert. And so when the other lands came up, and we was more so connected, then the people who left here, the other melanated people, and traveled to the other land masses. But creation started here. So all of the food source, the water, the oil, the diamonds, all of that came from this land here first. Because this is the ancient land, the holy land, the motherland of all lands. This is which makes us the oldest people still here, started in the Americas. We are ancient. And you and I both have that ancient look. You got that nose, the look, the high cheekbones.
High cheekbones.
That's that ancient indigenous look.
Yes, sir.
So we have that. So we're not preaching hate. We know we have people from different nationalities and nations here. We love you because you're part of the soul tribe. And yes, your life matters. It matters. But you need to know the truth.
That's
and we are the indigenous people are loving, caring, and righteous people. And ain't nothing like being loved by an indigenous and indigenous person. Because we funny, we got swag like nobody else. We are really gifted. We're really gifted people. I can play the piano. I'm self-taught. I'm a producer. I can produce any music that I want to. It's a gift. Because I saw him in the life that I had before this life, I was a musician. And he gave that gift right back to me here.
Wow.
So it's just, so we really are loving people, and to be loved by us is to be whole. Because you've been loved by a god and goddess, empress and empress. And so we're gonna get our inheritance back. We're gonna be living longer. So that's what's fairness is righteousness. Righteousness is fairness. You're gonna get your just. And so I'm excited that I was sent here during this time to see the transition, that great reset. Guys, you were sent here because everything that we're doing right now, we're being watched by some giant entities. We're being watched and we're being recorded. And we were purposely, there's nothing that happens by chance. Everything is happening for a reason. We were purposely sent here during this time to experience what we experience, whether it's good or bad. You have the ability to change that by speaking over your life and change it. Stop thinking a certain way. Stop being around certain people, and then change. If you want change in your life, you got to start by speaking it first. Write it down. And when you think things, change up the way you think so you can speak different. Because a lot of you guys got curses, or your karma debt is horrible. You have the ability to change your life because there's no savior that's going to change things but you. You that person. You got free will. Free will. You don't need a savior when you got free will. You're that savior. Save his damn self, man.
That's a good place to stop, Chief. Save your own self. Save your darn self. Family. So, you are the savior for which you've been looking. All right, Chief, we've been on a little over 2 hours. I haven't eaten yet. I am exhausted because you and I were on earlier today encouraging the soul family. And as always, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much, Chief, for pouring into us, lifting us up, and for blessing me, taking care of me, sending me, gifts and money so I don't have to work for anybody else other than the soul family. I'm so grateful for you. Oh, and Snooki says, Chief Mac, my mom got to speak to Dr. Tony. Much gratitude to you, brother. Excellent.
Awesome.
All right. And go ahead, T.
No, I was just saying awesome. Hey, again, if you want to reach out to me based on the health But the event you having health issues and your family having health issues, you're free to reach out to me so I can get that link to you guys so you guys can work on getting yourself healthy and exercise. I want to really stress that and push that. But Dr. Kia, we appreciate you. I'm only trying to just pour into you so that you can continue to pour into the people, you know, because what you're doing is awesome. It's commendable what you're doing. So I'm just doing my part, and I hope the Soul family do their part and really being able to be blessing you with gifts and to sustain you until we get the wealth. And then that's going to come a time where we're going to meet each other in person.
Yes.
We're going to see each other in person, and we're going to see each other smiling, crying with our wealth, and doing some incredible things. I speak that on everybody who have a clean heart. I speak it on you guys, as well as myself.
Thank you so much, Chief. They're saying that you are a great covering for me. Thank you so much. They appreciate you. All family, we thank you. We appreciate you as well. Linda said I emailed you, Chief, for a consult. I'll email you again. Gratitude for you, to you all. Belinda says, what a show. I didn't know he was this funny, y'all. If you want to get in touch with Chief, you can contact him at unityemotion45@yahoo.com to get a consultation. He'll send you a link for, you do have to pay for consultation. It's not a large fee, it's a small fee, but just like anywhere place else, you want to pay for somebody's time. Chief is a chief of the Soul Tribe, a large nation, and he pours into us. He helps create trust. He helps people figure out how to address certain ailments. He's also a physical fitness trainer. Personal trainer. He trained many athletes, many celebrities. He even competed and has many awards. He's an expert at marketing. He's won many awards for marketing. So the man is a genius. And this is who we have here with the Soul family. So thank you so much, Chief. I appreciate you. I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired. And I'm so hungry.
Get to eat, Dr. Kia. Get your breakfast.
Yes, and thank you all for sending me gifts here and gifts on the Cash App. We will make sure we mention your names tomorrow. I know people are ready to get out of here. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Yay, family. This is Chief Mac. I'm Dr. Kia Pruitt. I trust that I've said something to raise your vibrations and inspire you to create the most amazing, magnificent life that you desire and deserve. Good night, family. Peace to you. Go out and make this a great night. Happy Friday. Yay! Talk to you soon. Peace.
Okay. Peace.